What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Maverick Raymond coming at you with another video. And I don't think I need to tell you, right? Things are crazy. I typically stay away from obscenely left outlets. I kind of get a little annoyed, when they're like super left and just like so out there with that dippy stuff. But I think we could all agree on any side, left, right, center. It's getting heated. Like overall, period. The selection is getting really heated. Things are going crazy. There are, you got preppers that are always doing that, which I kind of wish I was a prepper. But now you got more and more preppers apparently, stuff like and I'm not endorsing or sponsoring this. I hear it's a great company. It's an American company. But My Patriot Supply apparently has got sold out because people are panicking, y'all. And what can you do? So here we go. We're going to get into this. This is from The Guardian. I can't believe I'm reading this crap. Anyways, but before we get into that, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. That type of stuff gives the dopamine hit. You know what I'm saying? We'd love you guys to be the newest members of the flock. The flock is for life. And just remember, you guys, we'd love to have you, all right? The air is for everyone. Now, flock fam, check this out. This is crazy. So it says political violence in U.S. could surge after elections, expert warn. Like, does it really take experts to tell you that, S is hitting the fan right now, and S is crazy right now? Like, is that what, you know what I'm saying? Try not to curse, y'all. Try not to curse. So it says trends in online chatter mirror patterns observed in the lead up to 2020 elections and January 6th Capitol attack. January 6th. January 6th. Insurrection. Crazy. There could be a potential surge in political violence following the upcoming U.S. election, and pro-Trump right-wing vigilante poll watchers might surveil ballot drop boxes as Americans cast their votes, experts warned this week. Notice, however, that apparently it's the right-wing Trump vigilantes. Man, I hate The Guardian, yo. This is why I don't read from The Guardian, dude. Like, but whatever. A new report from the Global Project Against Hate and Extremism, which is GPAHE. These freaking companies, man. I'm sure that's not left-leaning and bleeding hard as hell, right? Highlighted alarming trends in online chatter, mirroring patterns observed in the... Oh, excuse me, sorry. My rabbit came here and he's completely discombobulating me, dude. Just tore up my foot. I never knew my freaking rabbit could scratch me like that. And they try to knock you down and they pee on you like to mark you. No, seriously, for real. It's crazy. This is like the first actual bunny that I'm taking care of, and he's on my computer right now. Spot, get out! And I like to do my videos in one take. Anyways, guys, my apologies. Not professional, but hey, that's me. I'm just being real with you guys. It says, Meanwhile, Princeton's Bridging Divides Initiative, BDI, issued a fact sheet with recommendations for dealing with conspiracy minding monitoring groups like True the Vote. So already we're conspiracy minded. This is why I don't read The Guardian. But there is importance in this article, and I'll show you why. So going, okay, so apparently True the Vote has no basis for anything. It's all a conspiracy. There's never any type of voter fraud, even though they've proven it already. And it's crazy, bro. Like, when are these freaking rags, frankly, rags, when are they going to just get with it and start doing their duty, dude? They have no sense of honor anymore for their craft, and they have no respect for the people that they report to. This is complete leftist framing. Those groups are not like, they make them out to be like kooks, you know what I'm saying? They frame them already from the get like they're kooks. And they want to make it like, hey, you know, if it's violence, it's coming from the Trump side. Why? Why do they say that? I'm not even saying, first off, I don't think there's been any violence from the MAGA side. I really don't. I know we've been blamed for stuff like the tiki torches, which turned out to be feds. So, and yes, there were feds in January 6th, and it's been freaking, you know, it's been testimony in front of Congress. And they couldn't get it out of them because they said it was an active investigation and they couldn't, you know, validate or deny, you know, that type of BS that the government, you know, shoves down our throats. And we take. It's like that line from freaking Liar Liar, right? Where Jim Carrey, he's like, what are you gonna do? I'm gonna whine like a bitch or whatever, and to take it up the ass. See, got me cursing. Is it though? I think ass is okay. Anyways, it says so they're already monitoring these groups like True the Vote, which according to the Guardian spreads false narratives. They don't. They're not that type of group. They're pretty freaking awesome actually. Which spread false narratives in 2020, alleging they don't know how to spell, dude, and they do this for a living. That's crazy. Alleging, I think, is what they're trying to say, that votes in order to steal the election from Donald Trump. I'm sorry. In 2020, alleging that Democrats had sent paid mules to drop boxes with thousands of illegal votes in order to steal the election from Donald Trump. Excuse me, dude. It's just that between the editing and the misspellings, it just got me really messed up. I was like, what the hell are they even thinking about right here? Anyways, the Twin reports highlighted risks to the elections and strategies for mitigating them at a time when one man had been charged over armed attacks on a Democratic Party office. Oh, okay. I'll see it. And police in Oregon and Washington are investigating suspected arson attacks on ballot boxes in which some ballots were destroyed. Just some. No big deal, right? No. And by the way, those votes are gone forever, and apparently nobody, you know, cares. Nobody gives a crap. And we take it. We take it. And they're literally saying right now that they're monitoring us. We can't even speak to each other anymore because we're becoming such a police state that the police is becoming like the dark imperial, you know, empire, right? And it's like a Star Wars type of villain that slowly became powerful. They ascended to power slowly through, you know, through nasty, you know, shadowy type of means, but they did it slowly. And this is what's going on right now with our government. Look at one of my fave movies, V for Vendetta, bro. That's a completely fascist government. And that's what the government is becoming now. We don't need more alphabet agencies. We need less. And this is coming from a guy who was working for the government, I guess, if you want to say that. I was working for a county, but technically the government, right? So, but I took a sworn statement. I had to swear allegiance basically to the government and to the Constitution and to the law. And I don't think people respect that anymore, man. Nobody gives a crap about being American and American values. You know, people say that they get uncomfortable when people hold out an American flag, that it's racist. Brother, I don't think there's a more beautiful flag in the world. And I mean that. And I'm not saying it's art, right? If we're gonna criticize it like that, it's art. But, and I know I'm biased, but that flag to me is like, it's not religious, but it's almost religious. You got to put God above everything, everyone. You know, you're supposed to put even God over your wife. I haven't done that yet, but hey, I'm a working project, and I'm a sinning man, you know. But I'm trying. But remember, you got to put God first. But under that, you should be a patriot, because this country, you were blessed to live in this country. You were blessed to live in this time period. You were blessed to live in the Western Hemisphere even. You know, if I got any friends in Canada, UK, you know, even Mexico, you know, Argentina's doing great. Um, you guys know, what's up, man, you know? And these governments overreach, and they do it slowly, and then you become a police state. I don't know about you guys. Would you rather have safety but no freedom, and it becomes like a complete lockdown, like a mega city one type of situation? You know what I mean? I know I'm doing some deep cuts right now, but like from Judge Dredd, right? Do we want that type of situation, or do we really just want to say the government needs to go pound sand, and we got to take care of business? You know what I'm saying? We gotta police our own communities lawfully. I'm not saying go out and become a vigilante. I would never freaking preach that. You know, that would make me a pretty big hypocrite if I was telling people to be vigilantes, because what about the oath I took? But this is crazy. And this is the type of thing that makes it so that violence on MAGA people, violence on the president, those types of attempts of deleting him, all these things, they come because people get stirred up, and that there are people that are not healthy. There are people that are just straight sheep, automatons with no thinking, just straight NPCs, bro. And they hear this: he's Hitler, he's Hitler, he's Hitler. If he wins, things are gonna go crazy. So what do? We get ballot boxes being burned. We get, dude, in Central, I think it was Central Florida. It was definitely in Florida, but I think it was Central Florida. Some jerk just said that he was delivered. It was from the post office. He said that he just lost an entire box full of ballots, a big ass box, dude, full of ballots here in Florida, and he just fell off the truck. They fired his ass. Don't get me wrong, they fired his ass. And now what do you do with the ballots? I hope they count them. Even if they have Democrat in them, and I mean that, but the thing is that there's a chain of custody issue, meaning, how can I explain chain of custody? All right, check it out. You go to rent a car, right? Guy gives you the car. You make sure before you sign anything, right, before renting the car, that there's no dents, that the car runs, all that crap. That's what you should do. Now, you come back. You give it back to it. The guy who, looks at the car says, yeah, everything's fine, blah, blah. All right, nothing go. All right, a couple weeks go by. You get a phone call. Hey, you dented this car. No, I did not. Here was the chain of custody. It went from you to me, and then from me to you. And when you checked it in, you guys said it was fine. You guys looked over the car. It was fine. Don't try to stiff me. These things happen. I have seen it happen from rental companies, that they're trying to stiff somebody because they don't want to pay it. And so unfortunately they do get some, I don't want to call them suckers, man, but I mean, what else can you call them? You know what I mean? Sometimes you get suckered in, Let's see. Here we go. So again, it's all MAGA. It's all MAGA that's violent. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And look at this. For example, in October, violent rhetoric related to election denialism increased by 317% on Telegram, 105% on Gab, 25% on Communities Win. Dude, I am such a boomer apparently. And 75% across a selection of Fediverse communities. I don't know what any of these things are. I don't have any of these things, I don't even have Snapchat, dude. And I use Instagram like super sparingly because, it's for the family. But other than that, nah, y'all. That's too much, man. You're spending way too much time on social media. But why is this being measured? Why is this being, monitored? And is that American? Is that what we want, you guys? Like, for real. And I'm gonna tell you like this, you know, and some of you guys are gonna say that the forefathers are not my forefathers because I'm technically an immigrant or whatever. When I was born in this country for starters, but my parents obviously were not. Um, I am culturally Christian, culturally American. I believe in the Constitution. I believe in the brotherhood of America. And when I say things like that, I'm not excluding women. I'm just speaking in the traditional sense because I am a traditional guy and that's the way I talk. So I don't mean any like, you know, slight or anything by it. I believe, you know, I just believe in traditional things, guys. Like if I say, look, I love all man, all you know, all of man, for example. Am I excluding women? No, that's how you people used to write, or used to, I should say more, used to write it more commonly as that in the past. That's fine. Now it's not so much of a thing, but you know, people get tight, y'all. People get tight. So here we go with the Guardian in super leftist mode. They're not caring to say anything at all negative about the other side of the aisle, of course. So the framing is completely super prejudice. And this isn't even journalism at this point. It's activism, and that's really seditious. You want to talk about shadowy stuff? That's seditious AF. Ain't that a B, man? Good lord. The report says that across these platforms, users are indulging in violent rhetoric. Bro, I would love to know what the violent rhetoric is. And you know what? I bet you some of it is obscene and probably heinous. I'm sure of it. That's fine. But I'm sure what they're saying is violent rhetoric is like, bro, I wish I could, you know, slap Kamala Harris in the face, blah, 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 you know, whatever, stuff like that. And that's common, dude. People say that all the time. And I live in Central Florida, thank God. You know, I came from Miami, of course, I'm Cuban. Hey. So I came from Miami, man. But here in Central Florida, it's super conservative. I love that. And it's just awesome, dude. And it's like changing, you know, states almost, or so some of it's kind of like changing countries. But I'm gonna leave it at that. Shows, oh, here we go. Now they're giving examples of the violent rhetoric, which, you know, whatever. Oh, wait. So violent rhetoric linked to election denialism. Some posts on Telegram this year, sorry, he's tickling me. Some posts on Telegram this year have used election denialism to justify calls for violence, including calls for an inevitable civil war and urging users to shoot to kill any illegal voters. Yo, okay, that one is pretty bad. Yeah, I'll give it to them. That one's pretty bad. But, however, I am sure that there are a ton of leftists doing it too. And this doesn't mention them at all. At all. It just makes it seem like it's only conservatives doing that. And that is complete BS. This is not journalism. This is propaganda. This is activism. This is harmful for us. And you're going to have a ton of NPCs, maybe 75, 80, maybe even 85% of the population that are going to go through it just like NPCs and just be sheep. I don't know, man. I don't know sometimes. I really don't. It says on Gab, users have threatened perceived election fraudsters with treason charges, calling for firing squads or the rope, according to the report. It notes calls on the platform for public executions for all voter fraud and the shooting of elected officials labeled as traitors, along with copious, yeah, I'm sure, with copious anti-Semitic conspiracy theories. I'm sure. I actually, and I'm kind of being sarcastic and I'm kind of not. Yo, rabbits are crazy, dude. I thought this was going to be super calm, but it's like a dog. It's crazy. Oh, look at this. Wait. It says communities.win is a collection of forums that includes the Donald, which was banned from Reddit for hate speech in 2020. I was there. That was BS. That fake news, bro. Fake news. It was just Reddit influencing an election like they thought they could. Oops. See, you got me cursing. Which was banned from Reddit for hate speech. According to the whatever report, users there have fantasized about a civil war in recent weeks, claiming that Democrats will not relinquish power and that a violent uprising is necessary for a great awakening, a concept previously popularized by the QAnon conspiracy movement. Oh, gosh. I think Q is stupid. You know, I'm sorry. I hope that doesn't make me a traitor. I know some people get angry at that. I think Q is stupid, but I think you guys should have the right to believe whatever the hell you want. Because the left certainly believes all, you know, they believe that, you know, it doesn't become a baby until it's out of the woman, you know. So if they believe stuff like that and that, you know, women can have penises and stuff like that, hey, I guess it's the party of fantasy, dude, and I still don't like it, and I love fantasy usually, but what can you do? In Fediverse communities, users have shared posts blaming the liberal media for inciting a war and encouraging violence against perceived political opponents. So, in other words, these people are saying what I'm saying, what a lot of people have been saying, that these newspapers are rags, they're trash, they're activists, they're, you know, you guys know it by now, okay? And they prove it, and because these leftists typically, not always, but typically have no self-awareness. They have a complete lack of self-awareness. They don't realize that they're literally writing something that is criticizing them, and they're proving it true. Freaking The Guardian is doing this, and they think, oh, we gotcha, when really all you're doing is proving these conspiracy theorists right. Because you are inciting crap, and you know you are. You know you are, but you don't care because you guys, you know, sell papers, and that's kind of disgusting. And actually, that's evil, bro. I don't even know. That's evil. To make money knowing that people are going to suffer because of you? I don't know how else to describe it. It's evil. And again, this is why I don't respect these organizations or this paper. All these alphabet people, right? All they are freaking activists for the leftists, and that's cool, whatever. We have activists for the right, but we try to do it in a more subtle way and within the rules. You guys are slick as hell, bro. It's just super slick. I feel like the Republicans are a typical man. Where a typical man, he'll get angry, and if he wants revenge, you know, he'll give it. He's not gonna be able to be as great at revenge or you know, as cunning as your typical woman. And I'm going in generalities, guys. And if I'm a sexist, sorry, whatever. Yeah, but you know what I mean. Sorry, not sorry. So these are just behaviors, dude. Like, the man will, if he wants to hurt you, he'll hurt you, and that's it, period, the end. And the woman, if she's going to hurt you, she's going to hurt you and just rake you through the coals, you know what I'm saying? And that's kind of like the Democrat Party, dude. They'll use any advantage that they can. Whether it's the, you know, victimhood mentality, whether it's getting illegals out to vote, whether it's for whatever reason, saying that it's racist to need ID to vote, you know, and suing Bobby Kennedy to get off the ballot and then come back to stay on the ballot. That is hilarious, by the way, that they literally wanted him off the ballot, and then when he endorsed Donald Trump and he wanted his name off the ballot, they wanted to keep his name on the ballot so that some stupid vote, I'm sorry, I don't mean it like that, but some, you know, not perceptive, or, you know, maybe just doing it because they're going through the motions on autopilot or whatever, and they see Bobby Kennedy and they go, oh yeah, that's right, that's who I was going to vote for, and they see it, you know what I'm saying? So even though Bob, you know, RFK Jr. has been saying, you know, he's literally been out there, do not vote for me. If you want to vote for me, vote for Donald Trump, which is awesome. And I can't believe I'm on the Kennedy side. But yeah, you guys, I mean, that's just the truth, you know. And they're doing that crap like what was her name? I don't know the reporter's name. The one that basically said to JD Vance, "Oh, it's just a couple of apartment complexes that have been, taken over." And then JD Vance was like, "Oh, only a couple. Yeah, no problem." What is wrong with you? Are you listening to yourself? Great. JD Vance has sold me entirely. They're basically saying that right now. Look at this, how they try to minimize it. It's insane. According to the fact sheet, BDI data shows that in 2022, there were 44 incidents of physical monitoring at fewer than 20 Dropbox locations out of an estimated 13,000 active sites nationwide. That is, only 0.1% of Dropboxes around the country were subject to monitoring activity. And they don't see the irony there, I guess. In 2016, Hillary conceded. But when she conceded, she still said it was, a Russian misinformation thing. You guys should know she was behind the Steele dossier. All of that mess was her. And she knew it was BS, and she didn't care. She just wanted to hurt him. That's crazy. That's see what I'm saying about cunning, females? It's a thing, bro. It's a thing. So they're admitting that the security is trash. 0.1%. And it, like I said, 2016, it was a ripoff. It wasn't safe. Russian misinformation. Russia, affected the election. How? Hey, trust me, bro. They did. It's ridiculous. But that's what they were saying. And then what happened in 2020? We were the gripers, right? We were the ones that were pissed off. We were the ones that were saying, bro, this is BS. There's rampant voter fraud. And all you got to do is be honest, bro. And there was a god damn it, see? There was a shit ton, all right? Fuck it. There was a shit ton of fucking fraudulent things going on. The pipe bursts, the drop boxes with freaking gloves, the people that just kept going around that were being tracked by the freaking cell towers. That's kind of, that is also kind of like wild, but that wasn't the government doing it. It was a private group, so they had the money to do it, so they did it. But yeah, so dude, anybody that's reasonable will say that there was a ton of voter fraud in 2020. Now, how do we measure it? Well, they say that there wasn't enough proof that the voter fraud was enough to affect the election. I call bullshit on that. Just because how on earth can you possibly predict or project what the voter fraud was as an influence? Whether it's like the postman right here in Florida dumping, the fucking thing off the truck, right? Or the people burning these freaking ballot boxes. Where's the difference? It's just a chain of fraudulent activity. And it's starting again, and what are we doing, y'all? Anyways, this is bullshit this is a bullshit article. And then of course they need you to pay money because they're fucking failing. Just like Donald Trump said. And I don't say it like he's my messiah. He's just fucking right on almost everything. So what can you say? That's what happens when people are intelligent and wise. And yes, he's cunning as shit. So anyways, that's the video, you guys. Please, I'm open to debating. Let me know what y'all think. Thank you very much for hanging out. Even to the hate watchers, you guys got a special place in my heart. Because damn, no idea why you hate watch, but hey, whatever. But whatever. Hey, happy Halloween. Have you guys that got kiddos out there, keep them safe. And I'll be around, bro. Stay safe and stay based.